Are we live? That didn't feel good. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? We're live! Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, all of you. I'm enjoying a significant amount of headbats. I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely evening, morning. I know what time of day it is. It's morning. Today, we are playing more Tavern Top Dreamwalker. I am very excited for it. I've been loving this game. It's a little harder than the first Tavern Talk game, which I don't know, man. Looking back, that might have been the point. Anywho, woo, man, I am tired. Oh my god, in this game, so far we've seen Una from the past and Quasar. Quasar? Couscous? Emperor Cusco? Oh man, I can't believe I remember that cartoon. Just kidding. You're around my age. Of course you remember. It was iconic. Anywho, that's what we're doing today. And happy Pride Month and Scoliosis Awareness Month, and I guess Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Yo, we need to start talking about scoliosis. I have yet to see a single fictional character in media with scoliosis. It needs to fucking happen. It needs to happen, and if it doesn't, I don't know, I'll get to it or something. You'll see. I don't really have any announcements for this morning, so we're just going to get into the game. So we are looking for I'm so excited to see what happens. Oh, I can't wait to meet the other characters. Oh my gosh. My brain keeps expecting the same music from the first game, and I know that's not gonna happen.
All it takes is a step to be the one they say up and left. How can I walk in the sun when the shade's all that I've done? But all it takes.
How much did this game save? Honestly, that one does not need to be saved. Anchors away, 38 of the Dreaming Moon. Okay, in the last game we were going by Astral Moon. I guess we're going by Dreaming Moon in this one. I see. I also love that this one kind of takes place by the sea, which to me just feels really, really cozy. But hey, I'm a person who likes large bodies of water. Oh! Okay. Oh, he is. He had some rare and okay. We love a masculine man that isn't a little bit afraid, who isn't afraid to be a little bit flamboyant. Like, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Akius, welcome back. Hi there, Cheshire. What's on the menu today? Oh shit. Fuck, damn it. Still haven't started doing daily specials, unfortunately. Oh, that's too bad. You should really think about it. Your patrons would love it. I suppose we'll have to see about that. But for now, how about the usual? I know you always need a refreshment after your shift. You know what? I would actually die for one of your creations right now. Figuratively, of course. Of course. My shift today was a literal nightmare. When I said I wanted more exciting orders, I wasn't trying to manifest completely delusional ones from every know-it-all in town. Or out of town, for that matter. Imagine someone ordered creme brulee with a shrimp scampi core. Ugh. We don't even serve creme brulee. And I still had to make it work somehow because at the Squeaky Lobster, the customer is always right. Needless to say, it was a mess. Seems like you're in dire need of a refreshing drink. You guessed it. I've been fantasizing about the taste of one of your potions for countless hours. Tajette, was it? A faint note of cotton candy and some exotic fruit I've never tried. And I can also never quite put my finger on. A drink like that would fill my social battery in no time. Ooh, fret not, Cheshire. Fret not, Cheshire, to the rescue. Alright, I guess requested a drink with a specific ingredient. What was it again? Let me check real quick. Ah, that's right. Who wanted a drink with Tajette? Let's see what I can make. Come on. I can connotate with that. What's Tajette? Okay, this one is Tajette. This bottle is really fucking pretty. Tajette. So anything with Tajette. Why am I still trying to say Chazette like I know how to fucking pronounce it? Okay, so we want this bottle. At the very least, we want a splash of it. Okay, so now we need... Okay. So we know that one boosts strength and charisma. Here, flip. So now we need a drink with strength and charisma. God, this one's harder. You know what? We have yet to make Northern Brawler. So let's do it. Wait, can I? No, never mind. Oh. Oops. Ah, shit. Oh no. Do we not have something that boosts brain? We don't! What the fuck? Why is it? We don't have anything that How the hell do we not have anything? We have nothing that increases or decreases brain power. That's dumb. Fine. I guess I'll have to make something else then. Hey, baby. We'll make season... Well, which one have we not made? This is the only one we can't make her. Oh, wait, no, we can. Never mind, we're fine. Okay. I know I have something that decreases charisma, I'm pretty sure. Or no. No, it's dexterity that needs to be decreased. Right? Which one? Vigil decreases dexterity. Two. Now I need something that... What do I need to decrease? Charisma. I need a little less charisma. No, it's not fraud. I sworn when there was one that decreased charisma by 1. Okay, you know what? We're starting over. Cyrus. Which one decrease? Is there one that just affects dexterity and nothing else? I really don't like math! Math can go fuck itself. Fine. I need something that only boosts up my... Hmm. God, I don't like math! Math can go fuck itself! Respectfully, of course. I need something to decrease. Actually, do I have anything that subtracts defense? No, I don't. Ugh. I love this game, but could it please be a little less mathy? I'm stupid! Okay. Shit, nothing I have also decreases dexterity, does it? Okay, fine. Now the problem is that I don't have anything else to increase strength with. Or at least not by 1, and I don't have anything that decreases dexterity. Oh, God. Not that I could use this to compensate for, but that I don't have anything to take away dexterity. Actually, no, we're gonna... Is this the downside of this one? Like, granted, we could do this, but then we have nothing that just decreases defense, do we? I know we have something that decreases strength. We do not have anything that decreases defense. Is this strength even possible to make with Tajet? I don't have anything that just affects the dexterity on its own, do I? I do not. Fuck me. Okay. I might have to make a different drink. Because I don't think I can make this one. I mean, I could try. Northern Brawler, order up! Some freshly brewed fuel to recharge our social battery. You never disappoint, Cheshire. Ah, praise me more. You know I love it. I mean, I do not have a thing for praise. I think this would make for an amazing I think this would make an amazing marinade for fresh seafood. Let's, not, please. Aye, it was worth a try, though. That reminds me. I've got a little refreshment for you. I got you a little refreshment. Well, it's more for your customers than for yourself, but either way. It's Dumbane. A special ingredient I always keep in my kitchen. I wouldn't recommend drinking it straight from the bottle, but a little sip of, some of it's gallivantic. Oh my god, this is how you know I was not built for math. It's my go-to for whenever I'm out of ideas and feel stuck in the kitchen, you know? Thank you. Oh. What is it? It reminds me of a recipe from a childhood friend. Aw, that's sweet. I'll have to try it. Try that one as well sometime. So, what about you? Did anything exciting happen to you today? God, I can't believe we managed to pull that off. It took a bit, but we got there. It took, like, oh, God, I cannot do numbers. Okay, so what about you? Did anything exciting happen to you today? Oh, well, not until you set foot in my tavern. Ooh. Your sweet talk won't work on me. It was worth a try. Worth a try! Oh my god, even the tavern keep agrees. To be fair, it's been kind of slow. Which is not a bad thing at all. Slow days allow you to take well-deserved breaks. You might be onto something there. But I just can't shake the feeling that every day in my life is a slow day. No matter how many carrots I have, the Julian. Don't get me wrong, I love cooking. I love the ingredients and the flavors coming together, creating something completely new for someone to experience. So, any chance you could make me dinner? Worth asking. Put something sweet and sour together with a dash of cinnamon and watch the evolution of flavor take place. It's phenomenal! It's kind of like dreaming about something. Then suddenly it becomes reality somehow. You make it happen. That's cooking. That's if you want to go that far, even the essence of life itself. You get me? I'm working on it. And yet, nothing compares to the stories my ma tells me every time she sets foot on land. I wonder what she'll have to tell me this time. It's been quite a while since her last story. After all, so I just can't wait for the next one. She's told me stories about adventure, heroism, hidden riches, monsters, love. I always hang on to her every word. She spins yarns like fairy tales, full of dreams you wish would come true. Ah, so sweet. Haven't seen with you. Aw, she sounds like a very cool mom. She is. Oh, did he just wink at us? Oh, are you sure you're not interested? Though I wish I were a part of her adventures and stories. She's in the city at the moment, but I guess she hasn't had the time to say hello yet. Being an investor must be tough. You know, someday I'd like to be someone, I guess. Like someone people remember. Someone who goes on the wildest adventures and changes the world. Leaves their mark and all that. But, well, a man can't live on dreams alone. To be fair, I don't think I'm the right guy for the adventuring business anyway. All I've got are stories about accidentally switching up the salt and all I've got are actually mixing up the salt and sugar. Oh, you think that's bad? You think that's bad? Let me tell you, I once mixed up cinnamon, or not cinnamon, nutmeg and cayenne pepper when I was making pancakes. That was embarrassing. They do, in fact, look strikingly similar. So that's kind of my job, isn't it? But luckily, I've got my customer stories to quench my thirst for the unknown. Today, I had someone from the Burning Peaks come by. Quite the character, really. He told me they work as a lava leech collector, but I'd take that with a grain of salt. Or sugar. Hey! Did I try to sell you some of their leeches? What on Gaia would I do with leeches? They taste horrible! No, they actually told me the Burning Peaks are getting a little too hot and dangerous for them. Can you believe it? A place too hot for lava leeches. Apparently, the volcano near his village is going to erupt potentially. Where exactly? I think the village is called Siltwick. Sounds pretty bad. So now they're staying at Borkum until the volcano has calmed down again. That does sound like a good reason to avoid the burning peaks at the moment. I definitely agree. But honestly, that person's nowhere near my most exciting customer. I remember it's like it was yesterday. Wait. Do we get any information about Agius? Phantasm Fawn. He's part fawn. Interesting. He's definitely tasty. I mean, oh, in this game it says lawful good, and in the last game, sorry for any spoilers, he was lawful evil. Or was it chaotic evil? It's one of the two. He was just a normal guy, came in on a random Ardor and told me he got saved from a Kelpie by a famous hero. Imagine, he met Aquila Delphine, the Aquila Delphine. The lone wanderer who saved countless lives over Gaia. God, this man is handsome. Stories about how she scared away those feral right just still gives me shivers no matter how many times I hear it. And that's not all. Did you know she's said to have saved a lucky tourist from a gigantic lugworm last week? It happened right next to the Wadden Sea. I don't think I've ever been so close to her before. By the dragon, she's just so cool. And I indirectly served her my food. Not sure it works that way. I think it works even better than that. If she herself came to my restaurant, I would definitely switch up the salt and sugar, that's for sure. Just think of the stories she could tell. Do you by any chance think she could use an intern? You could always try and apply. It's a nice thought, but I don't really know if I'm made up for adventuring. Oh, you won't know if you don't try. Sure, adventuring doesn't come with stable income, and not everyone survives their quest unscathed. That doesn't mean you shouldn't follow your dreams. You're sending mixed signals now, Cheshire. Oh, she's so cute! Ahoy, sailor! Ahoy! Who might you be? Who might he be? I'm Kya. Kya Vinka. Vinka. Like the flower, you know, or spring court band, or my great-grandma. You can call me Kya or Vin or Kya, whatever you want, really. Nice to meet you, Kya. Or is it Kaya? I think it's Kya. I'm Cheshire, and this is Agius, one of my regulars. Ahoy! Aw, cool! Oh god, she's so cute. Not as cool as the fish you have not as cool as the fish you have that not as cool as the oh fuck shit damn it. Not as cool as the fish you have there on your wall though. Every time I see it, every time I see that particular fish, I just think, give me that fillet of fish! Give me that fish! Can it sing? Okay, was that the reference? Yes, beautifully even. Aw, I think I'm a fan already. I'll tell her first thing when it wakes up. By the way, this is an absolutely lovely little tavern. The cattywampus roof, the crooked panels, the gaps where the light shines through. Love the cozy feeling. Oh, and what I do spy oh, and what do I spy with my little eye over there? That would be a quest I collect. And I can see that. A champion of Tuat's hidden tomb. Just what I was looking for. A fate that brought me here. Ah, Tavern Keeper. Are we perhaps star-crossed? Star-crossed. Oh, whatever. I'll workshop the name for it later. You a worshiper of Tuat? Me? By chasm, no. But I need a gift for my best friend, you know? He's Kane, I mean... He is Kane. I mean, that's his name, by the way. He's so lovely. Huge heart. Numerous curse swords. Incredible quirk balls recipe. A little dark and twisty when it comes to his personality. But that's okay. Aren't we all sometimes? Well... Either way, it's his birthday coming up, and I'd like to give him a present. I was already stressing out about losing hair and even sleep over it. It has to be perfect. It has to be perfect, you see? It can't be anything less. Then I had a hunch when I walked in here and saw your quest. It's like the stars foretold this. The champion of Tuat's hidden tomb. Couldn't be any more perfect. I thought, maybe I'll find a deathly present there. Do you mean deadly? That too. Deathy and deadly, like diaries of vile darkness, death, bringing weapons, or a cursed hair comb. Oh, your friend Kane, does he worship Tuat? I don't know that, but they're hyper fixated on the great dragon, death dragon and all. Don't bother questioning why. Don't bother questioning why. The why is the why is in hows move in mysterious ways. Tavern keep. Don't we all? You can just call me Cheshire. Ha! You're funny, Cheshire. You're funny, Cheshire, was it? Yes. Well, Cheshire, it was nice meeting you. You too, Gaius. Agius. Right. Do you want to come with me? No. I'm a cook, you know, not an adventurer. I still want to see my ma, and I still want to see my ma in town. Okay. Cheshire, what about you? I wish I could. But my patrons and Captain Bebug rely on me. Oh, bummer. Who's Captain Bebug? Am I familiar? Aw, cute! What about the little rat? You see you're familiar too? Rami? Rami you mean? More or less. Not exactly though. Rami? Oh, how cute! Where'd you get him from? Is that a Ratatouille reference? That... Do they have more? Rami isn't exactly from this world. Where is he from then? See, with Rami, I didn't exactly get him anywhere. anywhere here. I got him out of my dream. I got him out of my dreams. Like, literally? Ain't no way. Yes, literally. Kind of. How can I say this? I can pull things straight out of folks' dreams, like their lost childhood toys or favorite dishes. Anything they dream of. At least in theory. I haven't done it in a while. I'm not too great at it. I can do the same with nightmares too, by the way. The atrocities the sleeping brain can come up with are so exciting to me. Oh, you're starting to talk all dark and twisty now too, Dream Man. Oh my god, I absolutely love her design. We need more feminine black women in media. Like, look at this queen. She's just so cute. Nay, the clientele for that is, let's say, different. So I've chosen to stay away from that. Betcha. Who taught you how to do it? Dreamer nights, dream me a dream. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm self-taught. It's kind of an innate ability, special phantasm talents and all. I discovered it by accident when I got Rammy. I was 8. He's been with me ever since. Oh, cool. Anyway, I'll be on my way then. No time to lose. Gotta get back quick if I want to snatch the good stuff. Oh, wait. You can't be thinking about leaving without one of Cheshire's magical brews. A unique drink forged with arcane liquids. That's known to boost your abilities to make you a legendary hero. That's hemming it up a bit, Aggius, but thanks. It's the truth. Ooh, magical brews? I'm in. What do they do? Do they make me fast? Do they make me invisible? Do they make me irresistible? Something like that. Ha! I wish there was a potion for charisma stats, because y'all know I got none. I got all the looks and none of the charisma. Okay. Hand over one of the magical drinks. Sure, what would you like? Any recommendations, guys? Aggius, right, sorry. Names are slippery things sometimes. Totally, I understand. Faces, I remember, but names, oof. But I'd pick the one that fits your quest. Think about how you'd like to approach it. Maybe you'd like to make friends? Good company? Maybe you'd like to make friends? Good company makes for a great quest. In that case, how about some charisma? Sure. And all I need is courage, and I can feel optimistic about my strategy. And to help with approaching strangers, maybe. I know I'm already sweet enough as is, but who knows? Who I'll meet. You never know which nut you'll have to crack. I could also go with an independent approach. A little bit of finding a hidden entrance's brain power. With a dash of confidence, you can master every encounter. That seems creatively intelligent. I like the sound of it. Cheshire, will you let me choose? Of course, it will be my pleasure. Independent approach, brain power, extra confidence, master every encounter, creative, intelligence. I like the making friends and charisma thing. Why does this look like a biblically accurate angel? Oh no. Okay, that's denied. Season ties order up. Well, let's just check. Fine. Here. Have a free drink, baby. Owen did have a fair amount of charisma, though. Okay, let's see if this is the correct approach then. Hmm. Gorgeous dream? Order up! You know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work. And honestly, I kind of wish I had some of that game of charisma. I can't wait to make new friends. I wonder what kind of archaeologists like to sing. I wonder what kind of songs archaeologists like to sing. Rock, maybe? Okay, that was bad. They might be into anything that makes them melancholic about the humanoid experience. Oh, Kane loves that kind of music too. I think it's all about depressing. I think it's a bit depressing, but the songs sure sound beautiful when he hums them around a campfire. Girl, do you have a crush? We are gonna learn more about these characters. Okay, let's start with Aggies. Yearns for adventure beyond the culinary, raised on the legendary tales of his mother and other heroines like Quilla Delphine. Aggies wants nothing more than to follow their footsteps. While his courage hasn't caught up to his ambitions, I'm sure he won't stay that way forever. Kaya. Age 194. Jeez, lady, you old. This king guy, he's your best friend. He's like my ominous little brother, my partner in crime. Not that we committed any. It's a saying, you know? They say, you know what they say about iconic duos. I've heard. He's more the best man than the groom, I see. Sure, if I ever get married, but I don't do romance. It just slows you down. It's kind of a waste of time, you feel? A waste of... I couldn't imagine anything more worthwhile. I can. Getting head pats. I think you've got a little better at You gotta get a little better at imagining then. I imagine a world where love conquers all. But I guess we all dream of different things. Still, romance inspires countless stories and songs and poems. If you say so. I'll be too busy with my quest. Cheshire's drink shall help you discover the hidden tomb of epic treasure. Sure, there'll be a present or two. I'm sure there'll be a present or two for your death-dualistic friend there. Darn tootin'. Cast your guesses. I'm hoping for a weapon forged in blood. Okay. Or a death manifesto. I can already picture it. A mysterious artifact, packaged in a golden box in the shape of a scarab. Oh, and a lock in the shape of a butterfly. Some additional velvet patenting, also a must. Also a must, don't you think? Don't you think? Ooh, purple maybe? I'd say green would be a better fit. Green? But you wear purple and green as complementary color. Let me think about that. I just don't want him to be disappointed by my gift. I'm sure he'd love it regardless. If it comes from the heart, he'll hardly be disappointed. The gestures what counts, as well as the amount of love you put into it. And I sense you already put a lot of that into it, a lot of thought alone. Your friend will feel the same way. And maybe once you're back, I can pull the box of your dreams out of your dream. And maybe once you're back, I can pull the box of your dreams out of your, dreams. Aw, you really do that for me, Gaius? Yes. But yes. If you can imagine it, I can get it out of your dreams. Sweet. Let me figure it out when I'm back, because I'm fixing to head to the plains right about now. Of course. You can find me at the Squeaky Lobster. And it'll be helpful to know the size of the present before we get the box. Oh, bless your heart. Alrighty then, Cheshire. Gaius, I'll see myself out. I think you'll get a good story out of this one. I'm counting on it. So, about that fish. I've never heard it sing. It's shy. Either way, this was lovely, but I gotta see my dad. Got a big box of leftovers waiting for him. If I wait any longer, it'll all go bad. Fair winds and following seas, Cheshire. Just kidding. Actually, I'm gonna put one over here. Act 4. The Secret Mirage. Dreaming 41 of the Dreaming Moon. Friends we made along the way. Howdy, Mr. Fish. Oh, how I've missed you. You gotta tell me all about your adventure, adventures while I was gone. And hello to you too, Cheshire. I didn't know you two were officially friends. Oh, I don't get a howdy. Sorry, howdy is reserved for my closest friends only. Ouch. Like the fish hanging on my wall? Yep. Maybe I should have given her a southern accent, but I'm not going to attempt that. It's not just any fish on the wall, it's Mr. Fish. We're best buds. What do I have to do to become a very close friend? I'm sure you'll get there real quick. Anyway, how was your trip to the Hidden Tomb? Did you find a suitable rebirthday gift for Kane? Well, yes and no. But hold your horses. First off, check it out! I made a new friend! Another one! I should start by charging a friend introduction fee. Good to see you again, Miriam. Likewise, Cheshire. Did you two meet on... Hey, I'm telling the story. Of course. You want me to fix you some drinks before we dive in? Nah, no time for drinks. Maybe after the story, you can surprise me with something, Cheshire. Of course. Miriam, anything for you? I wouldn't mind a drink. In fact, my throat's rather dusty. Do you have anything cold and sweet? As a countermeasure? Of course. I'll swiftly prep something to wet that dry whistle of yours. That sounded woodier in my head. So she wants something sweet. Oh. Oh, she said cold, sweet. This'll do. Order up! Yes! My, Cheshire. This is quite the concoction. I reckon you practiced in my accent? I you're making you quite feel refreshed. I haven't felt this refreshed since the last time I left your tavern. Ooh, that's 2 compliments in 1! Praise me more! I mean, Attention, please. Attention, all viewers. Kitten Pauws does not have a thing for praise. I mean, nope. Don't push your luck. Okie dokie, everyone ready? Set the scene. Me, Kaya, adventurous, cute, charismatic team player. And Rhea, badass. Please don't call me that. Okay, Grumpy Pants. Just trying to come up with a good nickname for Miriam, but she's so picky. If you just told me your first name, I'd find much better nicknames, you know. First names are precious to the Maida. They only share with their closest kid. Wait. Do we know her first name? Ugh. Fine. Mari will do for now, then. Fine. I must say, we are close. We even got matching friendship bracelets. Oh, that is adorable. And I don't hand these out to just anybody. They're reserved for the most special people. Is she blushing? Potential shit, maybe? Question mark? Yes, these bracelets are also excellent craftsmanship. The knots would likely last through multiple encounters. What? Be that as it may, it can't change the admittedly unfortunate fact that we met mere days ago. You sure are hard to satisfy. I can't think of a few easier ways. Oh, we are definitely circling back to this conversation later. But I should probably tell our tomb story first. I forgot all the good parts. Our audience is waiting after all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, mounted fish, it's story time. Leaving your tavern, I felt so in tune with everyone I met. My drink certainly pushed my social synapses to the max. Oh my god, why do I stutter so much whenever I play these fucking games? Which was useful almost immediately. When I got to the harbor, I realized I hadn't brought any money. Totally on purpose, of course. But the sailors were so friendly, they offered me a passage in exchange for a few stories of my adventures. Yeah, I have to agree. Adventures make the best payment. Right? Plus, you can lose story. Plus, you can't lose stories if you can. Plus, you can't lose stories if you lose, like you can lose coin. Well, unless you got amnesia, that's a whole different problem. So anyway, we're sailing across the sea, all sharing tales like that time I taught a fish how to tango, or when I turned myself into a jello to escape from a prison cell. One of the sailors lost her leg and found it again 2 years later. I mean, I had so many questions about the logistics, but I figured it'd be rude to ask. We arrived still cracking up over this one sailor's tale. He'd been cursed by a witch, but the first thing he saw was a tree, so he ended up falling in love with the tree instead. Sounds like he barked up the right tree. I can't handle this. Hey, let me be punny. I was going to say that sounds tragic, but like, that answer was funnier. Your jokes really walk a thin line between genius and aggressively dad. Thank you! To be fair, I was raised by a single dad. What do you want from me? Although you're right in a way. Excuse me. They had a beautiful relationship for 15 years with the ups and downs of that life has to offer. In the end, the tree wanted to explore new things and the sailor understood. I totally get that. Better to leave on a high note, I always say. Same with our trip, actually. No tearful goodbyes when we reached port. I made sure to keep it good vibes only. Did you also make sure that there were fries? Because you can't have good vibes without fries. Oh, I'm kind of hungry. And so I said to the Great Saiya Plains. Honestly, the sheer size of the steep was amazing. I felt like the horizon just never ended. Unfortunately, my feet soon felt the same way. With the sun beating it down, it was hotter than blue blazes. I started wishing I brought a sunbrella. Just when I thought I was totally lost, I spotted several sets of tracks. Now, you might be wondering why that's relevant, and I'd be wondering the same. If it weren't for the types of tracks, I'm sorry, I am yawning. I am tired. You're supposed to ask me what type of tracks. Miriam's? No, silly. Do you think I leave tracks? They were hooves. Such a relief. Perhaps I wouldn't like to have conquered the track on foot alone, after all. Naturally, I followed them and found an entire merchant cavern chilling under a small grove of trees. So I marched up to them and went, "Hiya, I'm Kia." Kia. Kia sounds cuter. Smooth operator. Yep. Worth like a charm. I asked them where they were going, and get this, their route was taking them right past the tomb. Can you believe it? I can't tell if you're incredibly lucky or secretly a master strategist. Hey, don't sell yourself short. The drinks clearly gave me a magical opportunity, sensing powers. But here's the best part. They were already lending their spare mount to an archaeologist who was going to study the tomb. And then he was kind enough to share it with me. God, I'm sleepy. First thing he did was create rhyming intros for everyone. His name was Corvang. First name was Corvang, so he'd go, "What's up, gang? This is Corvang." Then I filled him into my mission to find the perfect rebirthday present for Kane. Oh man, excuse me. Corvang was so convinced the tomb would be loaded with treasure, he called it his dream project, and it got all animated about it. Honestly, it was adorable. Sounds to me like you found a real kindred spirit. Guilty as charged. The whole ride was a bit of an enthusiasm contest. By the time the sun was sinking close to the horizon, we started seeing this oddly symmetrical shape in the distance. We knew it had to be the tomb. And I kid you not, that's when things got super weird. How so? The tomb shape in the horizon was constantly changing. That was probably a mirage. You're a mirage! So I'm an optical illusion caused by light rays bending through layers of air at different temperatures? Yes. I'll take that as a compliment, question mark? As you should, you little mirage, you. Is this an opposites attract situation? Because that's what this feels like. But we figured it was probably a sign that we needed to rest up after traveling through all that heat, so we very reluctantly made camp. The sun hadn't even fully disappeared, and everyone had already passed out. Sensible. I crashed pretty hard myself. That bottle is a fucking biblically accurate angel. I mean, I'm kind of here for it, honestly. You should have camped with us! We could have had an amazing catch-up sesh! Yeah, remember, we didn't know each other at that point. Oh, right. Duh! But not for much longer. So, first lights hit when we already backed up. So first lights hit and we're already back up. merchants thanked us for being awesome company, and we thanked them for the ride. Just gratitude flying everywhere. Then Corvain and I made a beeline for the tomb. It took us no time at all. He buzzed around, getting his notes sorted, and boom! We were all set. Boom shakalaka. Does anybody even use that phrase anymore? Does anyone even remember that phrase? I scanned for the enchantments and was surprised to find that it didn't have any. Or they hid them well enough from you. In all fairness, I did the same. Nothing almost as suspiciously so. Seriously, right? Who builds a tomb and then just leaves the front door open? Amateurs these days, I tell you. BTW, the air in there? Ugh! Like breathing through ancient socks. My head went all fuzzy after just a few steps inside. Corvain was leading the way, and clearly he'd done his homework. Dude was walking through those passages like he'd been there a million times. And by the dragon's commentary, the carving, that shimmering goo, the speck of dust. Don't quiz me on it, though. I was in full gift hunting mode. Are we going to meet Kane? After a while, Corvain wanted to take a sec to document his discoveries. I took that as my cue to keep exploring solo. And luckily for me, Corvain even pointed me towards the main prize, the tomb of Yathama Galanis, Tuat's legendary champion. But I have to admit, the second Corvain wasn't there to guide me. I was wandering around that maze like a lost puppy. And I swear, whenever I looked back, the path behind me had changed. What do you mean? It's hard to explain. I felt like someone was redrawing it from an old memory. Fascinating. Yeah, you could say that. It took me forever before I finally stumbled across the tomb. It was super creepy, which was to be expected. I found it beautiful. All that symmetry, those gorgeous archways. All those cemeteries, those gorgeous archways. There was something meditative about it. But so unoriginal. Death-themed? Fine. But must every wall be bones? Felt like they used a tomb decorator template. And the goo was definitely a bit too much. Girl, I don't blame you. I would have been like, you know. What the fuck? What the fuck is this bird doing? Birds shouldn't have legs that long. And you don't usually see fish bones decorating tomb walls? Shh! Not in front of the fish! Regardless, you have to admit, it had some unique touches. That silver longbow resting on the grave was rather gorgeous. Ha! Of course you'd zero on the shiny weapon. Guess you didn't read the inscription on the grave then. It was written in some ancient gibberish. Luckily for me, it was covered in Professor Corvain's mobile classroom session during our trip with the caravan. He specifically warned me not to touch the bow and arrow or else, and I quote, a grave misfortune would befall me. Wow. And he's about 200 years old? Ha! Not quite. He likes to talk like that because he spends all day buried ancient manuscripts. Oh, and he told me about that poem that was part of the inscription too. Wanna hear it? You're going to tell us anyway, aren't you? But in fact, yes. I'd like to hear about the grave misfortune that I narrowly avoided. That's my girl. Okay, here goes. These two are an interesting duo. The bow that knows no mercy. Save for love's cruel design. Struck true heart of Madeira to bind her soul with mine. Haunting. No, right? I heard about this from another patron. It's a legend of Yathama Galenus. Her arrow actually hit her own lover, right? Yep, that's the one. Glad to see I'm not the only adventurer here with a little education. Well, color me impressed. A little more trust in my abilities, please. Speaking of, it's probably best to address the elephant in the room. Or rather, the three-headed chimera. Yes, I was wondering when you'd get to that part. I wanted to keep our audience on their toes, you know? Plus, it's always nice to set the scene before diving into the action. I mean, I'm fine with just getting to the action, but this is fun too. I appreciate the attention to detail. I can picture those fishbone-covered walls perfectly. There you go! Now picture Miriam right in the center of the room, frozen like a Maida, shaped icicle getting verbally torn apart by the chimera's insults. Well, that's definitely not what I was expecting to happen next. Tell me about it. Tell me about it! I was just minding my own business when this monster emerged out of nowhere and started calling me all sorts of horrible things. Hey, don't call it a monster. It was just protecting the treasure. You must have grabbed something you weren't supposed to. Maybe I did, but that's beside the point. I I brought up my family, and that absolutely crossed the line for me. Had you not intervened, I would have. Good thing I intervened. Not gonna lie, the whole angry insult thing was not meshing with that let's all be friends vibe I had been rocking during the trip. So I'm trying to be cheerful and diffuse the situation, but nope, completely ignored. Then I spotted Mari reaching for her glaive, and I knew I had to do something quick. I had nothing, so I blurted out, "Hiya, I'm Kaya." I'm guessing it's Kaya, just because, "Hiya, I'm Kaya." I don't know. Oh. No howdy for the Chimera? If you'd been paying attention, you'd remember that howdy is reserved for the specialist of friends. Damn. And the insult-singing ancient guardian of the tomb wasn't? No. Not at that point, at least. That's the spirit. No need to be sarcastic. It actually worked. They were both completely stunned, just staring at me. I figured I had to roll with it, so I was like, "And what's your name?" And there was this long pause where it was just looking at me like I was crazy. Then it actually answered, Gishame Trollon no Mika. What the fuck is that word? Total mouthful, I know. Turns out each head wanted a different name, so they smushed them all into one. I nicknamed it Gishi. Because of course you did. It didn't mind, and once Gishi told me its name, I could tell it was starting to soften up a bit. But before I could ask another question, Marion goes and shouts, "What the fuck is your deal? What's your fucking deal?" Direct quote, by the way. Well, yeah, I wasn't exactly in the mood for pleasantries after I just received the exact opposite. Fair enough. And ironically, that worked too. Ichi told you off for trying to take his treasure, and I had an opening to defuse the situation with some good old diplomacy. Easier said than done, though, because just bringing up a crucial bit of detail here, the three heads couldn't agree on anything. Apparently, the carp head went all pacifist 100 years back when the hyena head grudgingly agreed to. Was this maybe connected to the creepy fishbone walls? I guess we'll never know. The real problem was, the first two heads were constantly bickering with each other. And that wasn't helped at all by the ghost head's ability to read everyone's minds. Oh, and it was constantly sighing, which didn't exactly lighten the mood. So whenever someone entered the tomb, Gishi's little family family feud would get interrupted with the person's entire emotional baggage. Like trying to have an argument while someone's blasting music in your head. So instead of attacking people outright, she would just vent its frustration through insults. But it would make it angrier enough to fight, and the whole pacifism would go out the window. Feels like a classic lose-lose situation. Excuse me. So I sat all three heads down and talked to them. So I sat all three heads down and talked them through their issues. Turns out most of it stemmed from Gishi's childhood trauma. Who would have known? It's almost always childhood trauma. I'm gonna spare you the details out of respect for Gishi. That stuff was pretty personal. Let's just say I got all three heads to see things from each other's perspectives. Ghost Head even stopped its constant sighing. I have to say, I'm genuinely impressed. Believe me, so was I. Hey, don't act so surprised. So I gotta give some credit to the magic drink of yours, Cheshire. I'm flattered, but let's be honest, this was mostly you. It was teamwork, just, you know, across time and space. And speaking of teamwork, once GC was in a more, let's say, balanced state, it even apologized to Miriam. Which I accepted for the record. I just wanted to get out of there without any more drama. Yes, very adult of you. And look what that got us. Gishi actually let us take some treasure as a parting gift. I stacked the wicked cloak that showed your date of death, which Kane would have loved. That sounds pretty scary, actually. Oh, come on, don't tell me you've never been curious about when you'll die. Knowing that would fill me with so much anxiety. The day might as well be immediately. Did you look up yours, Kaya? Well, before I could figure it out, I got a little distracted. I completely forgot about meeting up with the Corvang. We told Gishi we'd be back to make introductions. Corvang would have been in paradise. But the moment we left the tomb, everything was a bit labyrinthy again. Totally lost. I called for Corvang like crazy, but no dice. I figured Miriam could help me track him with some magic, right? Wrong. Oh boy, did that open a can of worms. That biblically accurate bottle is staring at me. I don't know how I feel about this. With an instant of using magic, the tomb started. With the instant using magic, the tomb started. I don't know how to describe it. Falling apart. Yeah, kinda. More like fading away. The walls crumbled to dust. Bones were crashing towards us. We obviously went into full, we're about to be burned alive panic mode. I didn't panic. We both full on panicked and dashed through the tunnels until in an instant we tumbled into open air. The tomb and everything in it, poof, gone without a trace. What do you mean, gone without a trace? She's right. We were just standing there with nothing but empty plains in all directions, as if the tomb had never existed. Then we saw Corvang. He was just lying on the ground, looking just as confused as the two of us. Even her wings are shaking. We helped him and launched straight into his massive Q&A session. Except everyone had questions and nobody had answers. And the good news, Gishi made it out too. A few minutes later, it slid through the sand like a giant sandworm. And then came the real downer. But before we continue, I'd love a drink first. I just feel like I can't decide what to get. Do you have something in mind? How about a drink that'll get your hopes up? I help with the real downer. Oh, that's perfect. You're a mind reader. I'll get right on it. Melting away worry. Let's go season tides. There you go, have a little treat. There you go, baby. Season ties, order up. Yum! This feels like instant happiness in a cup. I just know everything is going to work out. I'm glad to hear it. I could use some happiness in a cup. Okie dokie, let's wrap up the story. Fair warning, though. We gotta get through this downer before we get to the good part. So, we're standing in an empty field where the tomb used to be. Something made me check my bag, and yep, all the treasure was gone. Oh no. Corbang was super upset too. Not only had his dream tomb disappeared, but his tools broke when he tripped and fell over. Cue Mari saving the day. I was waiting for some good news. It was a simple restoration spell. No false modesty, girl. It might have been simple to you, but to someone else. But someone else could have totally fumbled it and set his entire bag on fire. Trust me, I've seen it all. Granted, I've witnessed my fair share of magical mishap. Talk about a mood saver. Corbang was thrilled he managed to record information on so much of the tomb. He tried to thank us both with gifts, but Miriam's too stubborn to accept anything. So I got something cool for Kane. It's a playful guide on the hospitality of various tombs across the world. You know, for when you need temporary lodging during your death. He calls it tomb. He calls it Tomb Bad Advisor. Essential reading for someone like Kane. I know, right? And I got you one too. Wait, really? It's ghoulish and coolish, and I gotta think of a better rhyme. I've always wanted something like that. Yay! I bet it'll look great in your tavern. Eventually, Corbang had to head off, so we said our goodbyes and parted ways. What about Gishi? Oh, right. Gishi was kind of sad about the tomb. About the tomb was gone because what was it supposed to protect now? So Corbang asked if he could give it a ride to the museum, saying that it might have the perfect job for it there. Really? Yeah, apparently their old tally clerk and their apparently their old tally clerk quit and they were in need of a new one. You know, guarding the door, inspecting tickets, throwing out trespassers. One job for every head. Ridiculous. Heartwarming. Right? Gishi said that it'll remember us fondly after we took the time to listen to its problems. And what's even more heartwarming is that Mari and I realized we were heading in the same direction. A pleasant coincidence indeed. We headed straight to the port, which was so much faster now. Which was so much faster now that we knew the best route. And Miriam covered the boat fare, bless her heart. It was the least I could do. do after you saved me from a nasty fight back in the tomb. My pleasure. Anyway, the rest of the journey back was pretty uneventful. I mean, the weather got a bit weird, got a bit of weird fog rolling in despite clear skies, but I just chalked it up to Tamari time weirdness. No. And here we are. At least you got. I'm glad you at least got your present for. I'm glad you at least got your present for Kane as a silver lining. Totally, but honestly, there is more than a. But honestly, there was more than just a silver lining. Think about it. I got to meet the most fascinating people, from sailors to merchants to this absolutely passionate archaeologist, and hear all their incredible stories. Then we helped a very grumpy chimera work through a century of generational trauma. And best of all, like I said at the beginning, actually, do you want to finish this, Mari? She found a new friend. Yay, you finally admit it. But we still need to work on your excitement levels, darling. I'll save my excitement for the big moments. I'll take that as a challenge. Feel free to do so. So, any upcoming plans? Oh yeah, totes! But first things first, I gotta reply to my new pen pals. Any ideas what I should say? I thought I was keeping up with all your friends. I thought I was keeping up with all your friends. No small feat, I might add. But pen pals? That's new to me. What? Really? I must agree, I recall no mention of pen pals. Ooh! Oh! Oopsie daisies! I might have found a message in a bottle when I was crossing the sea. Must have slipped my mind because of all the other exciting bits. A message in a bottle? How old school. I know, right? Sadly, the paper got all soggy, so I could hardly read anything. I figured I'd write back and throw the bottle in the same spot. I already sent them a quick message saying I'm super busy right now, but I'd love to hear more from them and would reply properly when I have the time. Cha, you don't need to send a preliminary reply to a message in a bottle. You can just reply when you're ready. I thought doing so was pretty courteous of me, actually. BTW. I gave them this address since I figured they'd come back here anyway. I hope that's cool. Of course. But how do you know your replies will reach them at all? Are there any clues where they're located? There were a few flowers in the bottle. They were pretty wilted, but they still had an interesting shimmer to them. What kind of shimmer? Like orange golden? Like those plants growing in the Amber Isles? Not quite. I'd say similar, but slightly duller. Oh! They could be from the copper... arpeggio. I don't know how to pronounce this word, I'm sorry. The plants there all have a dull shimmer to them. And the place itself is all the more mysterious. How exciting! You really are hungry for adventure stories, aren't you? Yeah. It gets pretty quiet around here. Not that I don't like it. I totally love this place. But when my patrons tell stories, I can picture myself right right there with them. It's the closest I get to, you know, the whole adventuring thing. Oh, right. Mari, you must have something adventure like to share. Mine's giving me a few examples. Come on, Mari, anything at all? Been to any cool places lately? Done anything crazy? Or at least heard something from someone else you can share with complete disregard to any fact checking? Oh, I know. There's supposed to be a vampire who lives in the castle inside a volcano. Yeah, I heard from my colleagues at the... No way! Yes way. I honestly can't decide whether that's the coolest thing I've heard or the tackiest. I mean, castle in a volcano? Compensate much? Mari? Apologies. I was momentarily lost in thought. What were you thinking about? That old castle? I must say, the architecture is apparently sort of extraordinary, at least from what I've been told. Impossible archways, stairs that spiral back on themselves. Gravity defying, well, everything. It's all kept together by some fascinating old magic. Oh. Hey, something's a little weird. Yeah. How have you never told us this story before? Again, we've only known each other a few. No, I mean, there's a lot of fog building up outside. It's just fog. What's the big deal? I suppose you're right. Although it is getting closer. Hey, why is the room spinning? Oh no. Oh no. Sometime later. Oh, can't create okay. Well, I guess I'm done then. We'll save here. And we're gonna go to the main menu.
All it takes is a step to be
I can't get over this little bee sticker. It's so cute. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream this morning. I had fun and I hope you all did too. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on social media. I am on Twitter and Blue Sky if you would like to keep up with me. Twitter is why everybody hates me, and Blue Sky is where my more fluffy posts go. If you're watching this on... Oh, wait, no. If you like what you see here on my channel and want to help financially support me, I have a Stream Elements and a Ko-fi if you would like to donate. Or you can go to my VGen and commission me for lore and or script writing. If you're watching this on Twitch, we are not going to raid out today, but thank you all so much for coming nonetheless. And I shall see you all very, very soon. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.